Alrighty. Hello and good morning. So hopefully I have those little hiccups in the background sorted out. We'll see if there's anything else that needs to be exited out of. You know, as per usual with this kind of sort of thing. Actually, it occurred to me earlier that I guess there's really little reason that I keep trying to go fix stuff on the like with whatever's weirdly interacting with the game on PC rather than just doing it on PS4. But either way, you know, we'll see over time. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this run then. Since we're very, very close to at least getting the FNS. Oh. Come on, platform. I might as well just go here, let them take care of the ghosts. Done deal. Yeah, by the way, if you're ever having issues with ghosts, like you run out of undersights or whatever else, you can just put a bunch of NPCs here and just keep leading them in here. Because, yeah, they are pretty durable. So, generally speaking, you don't have to worry about their health too much. And I think our old friend problem reporting just popped up in the background. Yep, here it is. Hello there, Windows problem reporting. Whatever the hell your issue is. Man, what an amazing feature. You know, sometimes you gotta report the problem that is yourself over and over and over. Actually, you know what the problem reminds me of? If anyone here has by any chance seen that there's one particular version of Death Note abridged that there's like they basically just make a guy out to be this weird, like weirdly eccentric cop kind of situation. It's like, yeah, you know what? I found out that I was speeding, but I'm also a cop, so I had to go arrest myself. It's like, so how'd you get beat up? And like, oh, well, the perp wasn't cooperating. Alright. That doesn't feel like it should have hit me, but whatever. Let's continue viewing. Nope. Nope. Waited way too long for that one. Waited way too long for that. Yeah, I just want to clear out this starting area. Honestly, it's not too much of a run past here. Actually, last night was doing this version of New Game Plus, just kind of see what's different, as it were. But turns out, yeah, it's way meaner on New Game Plus. Who'd have thunk it? Well, let's go ahead and snipe this guy then. Alright, come on, take a shot so I can dodge it. Although I will say it's a bit more comfortable to actually use a crossbow over the gunblade. At least in in New Game Plus. Then again, there's a lot of stuff that's it's quite a bit different about New Game Plus. Like, namely, every kind of power strategy just kind of falls off, as you know, as one would expect it would. So, like, even though you get a ton of damage off the gunblade, you still kind of have to be pretty darn decent at dodging. Okay. Someone trying to leave, and come on, NPCs. Like, there we go, just go attack the strongest guy in here. Oh, no, he killed my leader! Wait, what? Apparently picking up their shiny mean... Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so apparently they just respawn. I've actually never seen them get killed off like that. That's weird. Alright, hang on. Pick up that shiny. There we go. Got some bolts, got some arrows, and yeah, they just respawn. That was a weird one. Huh. How about that? Just go ahead and trigger that then. Go ahead and walk over here, let them take care of the ghosts. And problem solved. You know, coming to think about how little health these guys have, it's... Oh! Okay, for a second there I thought the NPCs were fighting each other. But yeah, no, all things considered, I'm a little bit surprised that I actually haven't seen them die more often. But, oh well. Let's go ahead and go here, go here. In all reality, what I should do is probably go level up, but I'm pretty confident that if I can get to that shrine at the very end, I really don't see the boss here being much of an issue, especially with a ranged weapon. Because, like, they're surprisingly lenient about the boss after this. Alright. Friggin' Flappy Boy, go away! Go away. Also, holy crap, the cat just stunk up this place like crazy. Whew. Hi there, you smug bastard, how's it going? You seem to be quite happy with yourself. Cat is such a smug bastard, I swear. He will literally just, like, sit there like, oh yeah, it smells so good, you know you love it. No, I'm pretty sure no one does. Like, yeah, no, you know you love it. Oh well. Oh well. That's cats for you. Alright, so tree of skill. What do I want to do here? Some more decks, I guess. Because technically speaking, I probably don't need that much, yeah, there's not even anything else I can really invest as far as weapon skills go. Probably should start working towards blades then. Okay, so we got daggers over here, we got swords over kind of this way. What's our quickest route to swords? By the way, got this question last time, so I figure might as well bring it up. So yeah, a level 1 run of this game, despite the fact that there are, you know, weapon unlocks and that kind of thing, a level 1 run is absolutely possible, and I've actually done it before, and even gotten a good way into New Game Plus with it. So yeah, it's not only doable, it's actually really, really fun, so I might do that. And if you're wondering how, you actually do get a bunch of, I believe you get 4 pearls throughout the course of the game. You actually have to beat the starting boss, which in that run I didn't. But yeah, for if you manage to beat the one-shot starter boss, you get a pearl to start off with. You also get one after the first boss. You get one in the castle, and I believe you get one in the Hall of Cages, and then later towards the end of the game. But still, like, with a mix of the few pearls that you get and the fact that you get a few gray ones as well, you can usually specialize in at least 2 things. So, like, for example, with that run, what I did was I specialized in bows, so I could use the Vilehawk, and I specialized in spears, so that I could use the Trident. And then just from there, went with the money group, and essentially just got all those money powers. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and fall down, you know, as you do. That's the you know, the pro speedrun kind of strategy, whatever. All right, let's try this again. Fortunately, these Wraith Fangs are going to be a little bit worthless right now. In fact, probably once I get the Gunblade, I might switch over to the Mountain Folks. So, for those unfamiliar with factions in this game, basically the Mountain Men, they more or less turn every one of your different areas into, well, more or less the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. Like, and it's a very clear reference. Like, there's not even a question there. It's like, yeah, it's just the entire room becomes filled up with swords, but it's one of the ones that you can actually start off with. If you don't take them at the very start, you can pick them up later, I believe in the Hall of Cages. It's either, actually it might be in the mountain, now that I think about it, and it would make more sense. Usually I actually start off with them, but they've got one of the better healing items, and they've actually got a shock stone that you can start off with. And the whole reason that you'd want that is because you'd be able to essentially get an unlimited lightning buff on one of the main benefits of the Gunblade there, which is that you can essentially use a gun and buffs at the same time. So yeah, very useful to have. Alright, let's get you over this way. NPCs, please assist. Thank you very much. Very appreciated. Alright, now do I have any of the... Yeah, I do. Let's get some red shards in here. do 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 do. Yeah, this jump can be a little bit weird sometimes. There we go. So we get the Stone Mage. I believe that actually lowers magic damage, so we might even want to go ahead and use that. Maybe not. Not yet, anyway. Alright, come on, don't be too fast. Oh, go away! So I should probably note, by the way, on the Gunblade, if you're ever having issues on New Game Plus, it's, like, honestly one of its biggest features in that one, even though it still does really, really, really good damage, is the fact that you can actually, that there's a particular combo, namely the square triangle triangle combo, which is basically you do a basic hit, and then you do an upward launch, and then you do a shot from the air. Which, yeah, one of the very few ways that if you're doing the dragon fight, you can just completely nullify the whole fire attack thing. But, yeah, very useful to have. Because the thing basically just keeps you in the air for like 5 seconds. It's, to my knowledge, aside from maybe something like Lucent Musketoon and maybe a Spear, I believe that's one of the longest easy air times you can get. And I say easy because there's some more difficult ones. But the thing with the Musketoon... okay, so I should probably explain. The Musketoon is basically the best, well, arguably best damage and best DPS firearm you can get. And it's basically a holy shotgun made of bones, which is just friggin' metal as hell. But, so its whole drawback is, yeah, it just consumes ammo like crazy, and you need a weird mix of stats to be able to use it, because it actually scales off wisdom instead of dex like all the other ones. So, yeah, surprisingly, even without that, it still ends up doing a pretty good job. Also, didn't expect the cat to do his little shield slam. Whatever. Let's go ahead and use these. Where'd he go? Oh, wait. Crap, that's not great. Throat is dry as hell right now. Yeah, out of nowhere we had a standard Michigan occurrence, namely we suddenly got a bunch of snow out of nowhere. So yesterday it was threatening to be spring again. You know, everything was all well and good. Suddenly today, 2 inches of snow just in the last few hours. So I'm going outside. I think I've got some pretty lenient amount of time left. Right. Turns out I don't. Alright, let's go get those ghosts from off screen. Alright, so there's only 3 over there. And we're actually going to do the same thing with the Whisper Lady. So I believe there's actually a way to snipe the Whisper Lady from here. But I'm not 100% certain if I can hit them, and I don't want to waste my shots right now. Just because, honestly, we're really, really close to where we need to be anyway, and I couldn't go pick up the ashes even if I wanted to in that case. Alright, that's going to take like 6 shots for you. Also, I got the comment earlier, by the way, that that apparently bow only is supposed to be the most masochistic run I can think that anyone can think of for this. Which, honestly, I don't know. I think bows are a bit easier to use than crossbows and such. Just because with the crossbow, you can't really rapid fire too effectively. With the bow, you can actually get like 5 to 6 shot rapid fire combos, which is pretty darn handy. Now, I'm just gonna drink that one for good measure. Just make sure that it doesn't run out while I'm fighting these guys. There we go. Just play it safe, which I really should have done earlier. Got a little bit worried about that shadow there, because I thought it might be another one, and there we go. If you end up jumping down, or holding down too much there, you can run into issues. Now, I've got... I was going to say I have a level saved up. So I'm gonna try not to fall off the thing, and then I just went ahead and didn't push the button. Genius. Ah, well. So now we just go ahead and take care of that bat, and get it all back. Yeah, no NPCs to help out here, but it's fine. Alright. So this spot can be weird. Because you've got like 4 ghosts in one area. Need that thing to respawn, come on. Right, I was gonna say, how are you not all dead yet? So anyway, that should be that. Right. Should have done that better. Should have done that better. But the nice thing is that, yeah, you can actually just shoot them from the save room. And there's very little reason not to do that now that I think about it. Like, literally the only downside is it's a little bit hard to get feedback on your hits sometimes. Gonna go drink this undersight just in case. Might get poisoned. Come on. Come on. Alright, forget it. Yeah, even with his really high resistance, he'll eventually get poisoned. So 33 knives should be enough for the boss. Alright, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and number 4 is right there. Okay. Right, why are you not dead yet? And, okay. Rip salt. Doesn't matter. We're gonna have a boss right here anyway. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't know why that guy's so weirdly sturdy. I could have sworn they had only 500. Doesn't matter. Best way to deal with that, by the way, actually come to think of it, can you parry unarmed? Yeah, you can't parry unarmed. Best way to do that one is essentially if you just parry and do the whole parry counter thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap for this. Let's get this, and 38 shots. Yeah, whatever, we're fine. Need to stop putzing around and actually do this fight properly. The only thing is, yeah, I need that bat out of the way. Oh man, this is all kinds of going great right now. You know what, that's fine. I don't care, as long as it's not the bat. The bat can follow you into the arena, it can kind of screw you over. So never fall down is the main takeaway there. But okay, now we get to the actual boss, and the actual boss is way easier than the rest of this area combined. And that's why. Because this is the boss in a nutshell, they just do this over and over. Although it definitely helps if you hit the right trigger. This is what I get for trying to do this on no sleep. It'll happen. That's life for you. But yeah, little guy did not want to sleep at all yesterday. It's kind of impressive, actually. Yeah, we're going through teething. That's always fun. We get one poison stack. And I believe we actually have a ghost in the arena. Yeah, we do. Alright. Yeah, he's got very forgiving timing on his dodges. I assume him. I mean, it might be a her. It's hard to tell. Goodbye, stacked poison. Alright, so there we go. That's the dome done. We can go ahead and open a little bit of a shortcut here. So you can skip that right side entirely by just going over here. You get a crystal sphere for your troubles, and you can go ahead and level up. But I don't exactly want to level up yet, but I do want to go ahead and trigger this thing. Just because this route is a little bit safer, and it doesn't trigger foreign ghosts on the way. So yeah, let's get one level out of this. One level, and I'm going to buy... I want to buy a bunch of stuff. Here's the thing. I want to switch over to Mountain People, and I don't really want to buy Shot up until I get Lightning Shot. Because that stuff is expensive as hell, but really, really useful. Don't get another level. Just give me one more dex. Actually, no. Give me another healing item. There we go. So yeah, Poultice will upgrade your healing items, and that's going to be regardless of faction. So you can actually upgrade your own healing count as well as your faction item count, which, yeah, really, really love that system. It's nice, concise, useful. All kinds of other great words to describe it. Now, here is the Whisper Lady. There's two that spawn here. Unfortunately, yeah. You might be wondering why exactly I'm pussyfooting around this whole thing here, as far as engaging them directly. That's because they can shoot lightning through. Yeah. Alright. Crap, don't hit me. Yeah, just out of range. You can get that ability, by the way. Alright, come on, and... Ah, that should have been it. Oh, crap. No, not that one. Forgot about the dang orbs. Like, ideally, you don't want to fight her up there at all. Okay, did you drop anything? Just bolts. Crap. Okay. Well, while I still have this this thing active, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can snipe the other one. There we go. Gotcha. So that's going to be the... Yeah, that's going to be the more reliable one to go after. Because that first one can be pretty dangerous, especially when you can't see them. So, I should probably go buy a couple more files. The drop rate on their ashes is actually pretty high. Like, on average, for different runs, it's taken me like 3 kills, generally speaking. But let's, yes, got some plots. Now, do you have any files? You do not. Actually, come to think of it, Tainted Shot sounds really good. Maybe I should just buy a bunch of that. It's like regular shots 50, Tainted Shots 100, Lightning Shots 100. I don't think I'm even going to have access to Tainted Shot after I cancel out of these guys. Maybe I should just stick to Tainted Shot. Alright, I'm going to go splurge on this stuff. Because I'm pretty sure it actually affects the Tree of Man. Which is going to be the first boss, or probably the first boss we're taking on with this weapon, so... Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. I never stick to these guys to end game, but this might be a different story. Though I will say I have been tempted on multiple occasions to try a consumables only run, because that mist looks really fun. Alright. Where are you? Where are you? That's weird. That's probably because I didn't actually reset the level, did I? That'd be a good reason. And I guess while we're here, let's go take one more for good measure. Since we're kind of just riding the line on that one. And what can we get here? Where's Sword Fighter 2? That's up here. Yeah, Yeah, shortest route's gonna be this. So we get 1 point of dex, and unlock polearms and other spears. Can't really use them this time, but oh well. By the way, clever little bit of level design here. If you run straight off the edge, you'll be exactly on the correct timing to grab that bottom ledge and drop down harmlessly. Just appreciate that level of attention there. So yeah, that's the kind of good level design you want to see in these kinds of games. Oh, son of a dick. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Dead. I ran out of bolts. I needed to get more bolts. I was like, okay, which button does my knives? And I completely forgot. Again, don't do weird challenge runs while dead tired, but oh well, oh well. Also, at what friggin' point did I switch over to fire bolts? I thought I was using regular bolts. Like I was going out of my way for that, actually. Huh. Now, the nice thing is, if she ends up killing you, then you know exactly where she is, so. Namely, right there. See? Right there. The thing I'm shooting at. It's all glowy and doesn't die so good. Alright, you want to die yet, or what? Why are you no dead? Probably because they were the beefed up version. Alright, so now we go up here, we go over to her platform, and then you snipe at the other one. Does it take a little bit longer than just fighting them directly? Sure does. No follow-up to that, it just definitely does. I've never had it take this quite long before. Alright. And again we go. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I've gone this long and nobody's complained about the fact that I'm mid-rolling this entire time. Nope, nope, nope. Get your pursuers out of here. Are you drop your ashes yet? Why are you not dropping your ashes? I've got a guide in here. Wait, do I have a guide in here? Actually, I don't think I have a guide in here. That's probably why. Because, yeah, if you have a guide in there, it ups item discovery. Or, actually, if you have a shop in there, which I do have a shop. No. No, 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 no. The shop is money gain. Alright, come on. Be ashes, why are you not ashes? I guess technically speaking, they are ashes currently, but whatever. I'm actually really tempted to switch over to the money folks after this, now that I think about it. Because their buff is just really good. By the way, if you don't know what I mean by the money folks, if you've played through this game a few times, you may actually still not have found them. They're technically a hidden faction. But yeah, they just give you crap loads of money. That's their main buff. Like, they give you a passive money type of thing. And they also give you just kind of like a general purpose buff item that that kind of... It's weird to describe, but yeah, it's like it buffs your damage, it buffs your stats, and then it just makes everything drop more money. But yeah, it's weirdly helpful. Like, you'd think by endgame money would be a little bit worthless, but yeah, if you're running anything that kind of runs off consumables, absolutely amazing. So it probably shouldn't have dropped down there, but what can you do? And yeah, I definitely don't want to go fight the boss of this thing without some upgraded weaponry of some description. So, there we go. There's the ashes. Can go get my favorite, well, one of my favorite weapons in the game. Truth be told, all of the, just like everything that's a halberd in this game takes that spot. Arguably, maybe even the trident. But okay. Right. Hang on. Am I doing something wrong here? I got the 10,000, I got the idol, I got the Whisper Lady Ashes. Do I... Hang on, do you have a Spatha for me? Again, that's 1,500. Let's go to the merchant then. Alright, Mr. Merch. Let's go ahead and sell some stuff to you. Yeah, there you go. This the 7 gold, that's gonna make the difference. Alright, get rid of all these armors and stuff I can't use and don't plan to use. And actually, if this is what I'm hoping it'll be, transmute. There it is. Okay. So we get the flint and steel, but I'm not doing it just yet. So I need it. Yeah, it says class 2 flint razor. Basically, it's a sword. I don't know why it says flint razor specifically. This is the only one that it actually has that name for. Like, this is the only combination gun and weapon in the game. But I don't want to use this quite yet. There's actually a combination casting staff and spear that I personally really love. But anyway, so dex scaling of A, so its damage is insane. Yeah, can combine all those extra buffs. But I don't want to do this just yet. I'm actually going to go do a little bit of upgrading first. So first off, do you have any of those items at this point? Yes. Okay, so you've got at least 3 locks of hair. So let's go ahead and pick up those. Now let's go ahead and sell the rest of this armor. Now, as strange of a choice as that may be, you might be wondering what the hell I'm going at with this. I'm actually going to go ahead and sell all this too, which I will point out, this armor right here, the Sohei stuff, like, it basically makes a level 1 run viable. It's weird, but that's exactly what that stuff does. Oh, I actually don't need to sell anything else because I have 3 poems, so perfect. So, we can go ahead and upgrade the Spatha a bit, because all of your upgrades carry over -1 to a transmuted weapon, so I can essentially get this up to 4, and then get a Gunblade 3. So there we go, get that Spatha up. Appreciate that somebody actually mentioned the Varangians, because they're freaking awesome. So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with who the hell the Varangians were, they were literally, like, they were just Vikings that realized, hey, we can make way better money if we just go around as mercenaries, because everybody's kind of terrified of us, and so they just, like, they more or less became bodyguards for, I think it was like King of Denmark or something like that. And then on multiple occasions, they just kept proving themselves as utterly unstoppable. It was pretty awesome. Pretty much everything to do with Vikings turns out awesome. But there we go. We get a Flint and Steel 3, 45 damage just off the bat, which you may notice is just slightly under the flintlock. But that's fine, because that dex scaling throws it way up there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Varangian Spatha turns into Flint Steel. Anyway. So yeah, this does 33, right? Switch her over to this, and bear in mind, this 45, this is with being unable to actually use it so far. So we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and level up a couple times, and that should be just enough levels to be able to properly use this dang thing. So, strength no, dex yes. Except this one, not the other one. Oh, and we need one more, right? That's fine. It's not that difficult to go get another one. Got grasping. Yeah, do I have any salt items on me? I do not, but what I do have is poison knives and a whole lot of stuff that, well, it's quite killable. Alright. So we're going to make one quick run here. Reason why is the big guy that's right at the very top there. So let's go snipe this. And... wait, did I reset the level? Yes, I did, because I had to level up. you are. Dang invisible ghosts. Why are you so invisible? Okay, so that already gets us up a decent chunk of the way, so that's 1/4 of the way. Get the other one for the other quarter, or I guess about a 1/5 of the way in reality. So it's another 1/5 of the way, and then we have a whole bunch of goodness up there. Waited too long. Get out! Alright, where are you, Ghosty? Did she reset? I think she might have reset. Nope, she's right there. Nope, run. Alright, so there's an undersight, and actually not a moment too soon, because we're going to need this in just a moment. So this method is a little on the risky side, I'm not going to lie, because there's a very easy chance to get overwhelmed, especially without a proper weapon of some description. In fact, I might go ahead and even shut that off for a second, and use this, because it's technically higher DPS. Alright. As you can see. I think it should be clear. Guns are pretty good in this. Anyway, that's why I want to do it. Even if you don't get them all the way damage-wise, you can kind of just pull off one of those. Alright, and kind of just leaves it at that then. So now, as good as that DPS is, you might be wondering, hey, you know, why exactly wouldn't you be just upgrading that thing? Which I will. Its scaling is actually really good, so I'm going to upgrade the basic pistol, but that's going to be down the line. For now, though, the Gunblade is just going to be better overall damage. Just because, like, if you can get buffs on the Gunblade, you can just do so much more with it. Anyway, that's all we need. I'm not going to risk anything else, so let's go back then. Actually, I do want to upgrade the pistol too, so maybe let's go back for that guy. Break his guard. There we go. So the way that the stagger mechanic works, by the way, if you knock them back far enough or long enough, it'll just finally end up breaking. Like even if they're in a stagger animation, it'll eventually knock them down. All right, there we go. Alright, so let's go get 3 upgrade items real quick. I'm not going to bother with the other ones because we'll get the upgraded item shop pretty soon here. Now, what do we need for FNS again? Poems. Okay, actually, yeah, we might as well go upgrade that then. But yeah, so that gives us the pistol as DPS, that gives us raw damage from the gunblade, and then that gives sniping damage from the crossbow. So pretty useful. So what I'm gonna do then, let's see, I'm gonna need 5 poems. That's probably going to be a good bit more than I want to invest in that, to be totally honest. Anyway, that's fine. Let's pop this up a little bit. And then where is another healing item? Because that's probably what I want to be investing towards next. Well, let's pick up this first of all, but let's see. Another healing item. We've got one at the very end of this. So you've got one off of here. We should have one here someplace. No, I picked up the one from there. There's one down the magic tree. I don't want to pick that up. This one's close-ish. We've got this one, I guess. Yeah, that'll give us a good mix of stats to go pick up that one. None of them are terribly close, but that's kind of going to be the eventual goal there. Alright. Because I don't want to miss, or don't want to mess with any shots for now. Let's go ahead and do that, and then... Alright, we got fire, we got attack, and we got reach. I'm just going to go for attack for now. And then this one, this is where you pop your bullets. Actually, let's go switch off to the basic ones real quick, because this is what I want to talk about. So if you do this, or rather this, that's the one that'll keep you in the air for a good long while and do a crap load of damage. So let's go ahead and do that. So I can only use this thing as a gun, just as a reminder. So that's about that. This first run here is probably going to be a little bit on the suicidal side. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to hopefully land on the edge of that platform. But screwed up, as you do. As you do when you're tired. That's fine. So, the boss at the end of this is kind of what ends up opening up a lot of options. Let's go pick up... Actually, let's pick up a bunch of basic shots, just for all the times that Tainted Shot isn't needed. There we go. Loving the stretching on that cape. There we go. I probably should just be using basic shots for this. Almost definitely, in fact. And I did it again. God dang it. Roll and jump. How is that so difficult? Roll and jump, you moron! It's quite difficult, it seems. Quite difficult indeed. So yeah, that upgraded pistol, that will be handy down the line. Like right now, there's really no point in using it simply because, yeah, we're just going to burn through all our shots and that's it. The single shot damage of this thing is extraordinarily efficient. That extra damage is amazing. The usual kind of stuff. Yeah, that's just going to bounce off. So this thing's got pretty good stagger right off the bat, just because pretty much all the shots do. However, you can actually make it even better. There's a stone charm that you get a good bit down the road, and that thing is pretty awesome. Okay. And yeah, Axe Guy can actually fall off. It's pretty hilarious. So with him out of the way, we can just go right back up there. Alright, didn't know if there was anybody behind him. Turns out there wasn't. Yeah, 54 shots. Way, way, way more efficient than bolts, actually. So bats can be taken care of with a single shot. Pretty much any small things can be taken care of with a single shot now. Don't have to worry about any kind of shenanigans. Alright, so that's going to open that up. Let's see what this item is. Oh, crap, I screwed up. I'm supposed to use the other wall. What the hell am I thinking? What am I thinking today? That isn't even a friggin' wall, that's background dressing. Yeah, funny part is, I was originally thinking to do the blenderizer today, but I just, like, there won't be enough time to properly get into that. That's why, if you happen to be here for that, I apologize. It's basically saved until next week. I know I meant to make it a weekly thing, but then other stuff happened. You know, the usual kind of craziness. Alright. So, Batty says hi. Then jumping down here is a pain in the everything. Screw it. Go get the Predator stuff and just fall down to the ground. Lose that 5,000 salt, but who cares? Lose it real good. Yeah, at this point, levels won't be mattering as much. Every point going forward is pretty much just going to be dumped into Dex. Like Dex and Willpower. Or actually, Dex and Endurance, what am I saying? Because, yeah, Willpower won't really be much of a thing, since this build more or less specializes off single-shot damage, so I don't have to worry much about stamina. Okay, there it is. Do the jump. Do the jump. Elevator's right there. Oh, crap, didn't... that's the wrong button. We'll pretend that was a shot. I was trying to shoot and hit the wrong button, sorry. Maybe I should have left it without swords unlocked. I wonder if I could just use it with only the gun. I'm gonna have to test that later. Anyway. Alright, so we got a couple shock stones. I'm gonna go use these here as well, just because you can kind of use them to finish off the fight. Knives should do a pretty good job here too. Although, yeah, let's go ahead and snack on one of these. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on, and alright. Upwards and onwards. Yeah, the third lamb is, like, the most friggin' metal boss in the universe. Alright, so he's gonna go do his thing. Do your jump. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Lightning shotgun, because of course. There we go. That's the move I wanted, but not in the way that I wanted it. Whew. Yeah. Also, I forgot to change my ammo type. Yeah. That went about as well as expected. So yeah, I forgot to change my ammo type. Two things, though. The attack bonus that you get is pretty minor, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that over to fire damage instead. Let's see if we can get our stats here somewhere. Not really. So yeah, it drops attack by 4, but it ends up giving you fire instead. The thing with fire, like, it doesn't show up that much on your stats, just kind of on the screen there. It only shows 1 extra damage, but then it does an extra about, I'd say, give or take 30 over the course of its actual burn span. Alright. Come on, elevator. And because I was supposed to have taken a shot that one time, there we go. There's 1 extra shot. There's actually a guy there. I mean, what? I totally knew there was a guy there. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, surely he's not still... He is still following me. How about that? If nothing else, that guy sure is dedicated. Alright. But yeah, you don't really get very many openings with this boss. So right now we've got a fire buff, a lightning buff, and friggin' poison on the weapon at the same time. That's why I love this thing. I need to put that Pale Charm in this thing for sure. Okay, that was entirely my mistake. Here's the thing. He went and he popped that whole, I like to call it the soul bubble. I don't know what the actual thing is, but yeah, when, basically the little breaking point for when you get all your stuff back. But I messed up there. As you probably could tell pretty easily. Now let's go get a bunch of basic shot, because poison doesn't really seem to do anything to this guy. It will eventually do stuff, but yeah, his resistance is crazy. So we'll just go ahead and use some basic shots. But yeah, fire's doing a good trick at any rate. But yeah, this is kind of why I want to switch over to the lightning folks, because yeah, poison, as good as it is, and like, poison shot is okay. Truth be told, it's kind of arguably the worst of the different poison abilities, because most of the different poison abilities can actually attack pretty fast. Whereas, yeah, shots not so much. Like, the pistol can do pretty okay. Like, it can do like a do, which is reasonably fast. But again, it's 100 per shot, so you're burning through that like crazy. Yeah, not as good DPS at all, but I might as well just use the crossbow on this guy. A little bit safer. I was kind of hoping to save the bolts from this for the second phase of the fight, because that's when you really don't want to be anywhere nearby him, because he starts comboing all of his stuff really well. That's what I was saving the pitch fire on the Miriam pot for. Alright, come on, stop with that. Let me actually get back up on my feet, please. Right, that's the move right there. Okay, I should probably point out, there is a bit of a, so when he's doing his little downward swing, there's a bit of a, like a safe spot in his hitbox area there. So I'm not staying in the air for no reason. There's like specifically a spot that I'm trying to hit to hopefully try and avoid it. I didn't quite nail it there, unfortunately. But oh well. I mean, worst case scenario, I could just go upgrade this thing. Or can I guess I could always use the pistol, maybe go upgrade the pistol. I don't know. Again, for generalized DPS, the pistol is going to be better. It's just, this guy's a bit of a different story as far as all that goes. Not a huge fan of those ghosts being there. Because it just basically means you're down a healing item in a lot of cases. Are there ways to avoid it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Make no mistake about that. It's completely avoidable in that case. Alright. Let's do this thing. Yeah, there's the ghost area. Oh well. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, I'm really tempted just to go switch over to lightning folks right now. I think I can actually reach the money folks now that I think about it. Because I really don't have to do this boss right now. All it does is it unlocks a particular traversal method. So like all that weird purple fart gas that's been everywhere, it just basically lets you turn on a torch and walk on it. Which is kind of one of the weirder ones out there. But yeah, like, I guess technically speaking, I'm not even sure if this one's necessary to beat the game. Might not be. Not quite sure. Yeah, that move has such weird timing. Actually, everything about this guy is just like weird timing in a nutshell. That's a good pattern. Come on. Right. Right. Should I just go Tree of Man? I don't know. Because I think you can get a, actually, come to think of it, you know what? Forget it. Let's just shotgun all these ghosts. Because I want to go exploring a little bit. Or not. Or not. Apparently he's just going to keep tanking it. Was kind of expecting him to be able to get knocked over there. Oh well. Oh well. It's okay. I only kind of look like a complete douchebag there. Let's try it again. 11 shots, not quite going to be enough to do it, but I want to go pick up that item that's on that platform down there. I don't remember where all the charms are. Just quite frankly, on most runs, I just wound up getting them as I needed to anyway. I know where the Pale Charm is, because it's useful for a lot of runs. I know where some of the other ones are, but not all of them. Not by a long shot. Goodbye. Right, where are you, ghost? Can you imagine this scenario in real life? There's just like somebody running around blowing a shotgun in the air trying to shoot down ghosts. There you are, you little douche. Alright, Drowned Idol. That's useful for some of the special weapons you can get later. So yeah, Drowned Idol and I believe Burned Idol are ones that you can get from the Whisper folks. So those are useful later. Again, this thing, another one of its massive benefits is just that it uses the... that's what it is. You need to come back here with a double jump. That's why I'm not able to get it. Alright, anyway. Yeah, there's another Drowned Idol. If you come back here with the double jump, you can go get whatever that is. There's also technically a way to do it if you drop down, I was able to figure out this really weird angle if you drop down off the elevator. I don't feel like dying 50 times to be able to pull that off, so we'll try it. Anyway, I only have one shot left, so we'll go ahead and switch over to this. And there we go. And I think I'm going to give it one more try, and then... There we go. Actually, let's just do it that way. How you get back after that is a question. You know what? Screw it. Just go use the bell. Use my bell. Or for that matter, you know what? No, just go ahead and use, what's it? Oh, my horns. Do I not have any horns, really? It's bizarre. Why do I not have any horns? Alright, so strength doesn't do anything for us. Thankfully, despite being a sword, yeah, it doesn't actually use strength. It's pretty great. We got Berserker, we got this. Willpower, dex. We're not using bows, though. Yeah, let's just get a basic dex. Why not? Let's buy some... You know what, actually, let's buy some bolts, because I have enough of the other stuff. So, poison, again, it's interesting how they handled poison in this game, because it actually continues to be useful, like, despite the fact that the basic poison attack itself seems like it would drop off over time, and it kind of does. You can't stack them over and over and over, so it just kind of, like, self-scales in a way. We could get more items, but it would just be a poison buff. And I guess technically I could just go get... So, Pest Mode basically just adds a poison effect to all shots, so that would, that would kind of help. I just feel like at this point it might be worthwhile to... Yeah, whatever. Let's go look for the money, people. I'm pretty sure we can't get there yet. You need to go fight the Ronin guy to be able to do that. So that's what we're going to try and do. I could just teleport there, but you know what? I really, really, really like this backdrop here with all of your shooting stars and everything. So we'll come back for that boss. yeah, gonna go clear out the cage area. Then after the cages, gonna go ahead and kind of go get my upgrades, then go back and beat that boss. Then after third lamb, gonna go... Right, that's not open yet. After third lamb, I guess it's just kind of off to the end game. Alright, looking for help. Who can I hire? Cooperative play disabled for players with active challenge modes. Okay, fair enough. What do you sell, though? Egg of Wrath, no one knows quite how to use it. Crush an egg to initiate PvP. Nah. Funnily enough, they actually took the sellsword out for the Vita version, because there's no multiplayer, unfortunately. Which also means that the candles don't work. It was actually originally supposed to have multiplayer, is the weird part. But, alas, such is not the case. Alright. Let's go do this. Yeah, I don't expect to rely on these knives too much, but, you know, free area clear. It's free. That shot wasn't, though. It cost me $100 to shoot that air. That's kind of why I want to go looking for the money, folks, right now. I mean, you technically need a few different traversal methods to get to them, but you can, just like many other things, you can kind of sequence break it. So yeah, lots of nice, useful things. Interesting thing, by the way. This is probably the only time I've ever seen where kind of historical weapon typings are actually used in a game. Not like there's like, oh wait, crap, that's yeah, I forgot about those. So those things are traps. They use the exact same, or they use a very similar look to the fires, or to the items, but they burn you instead, like rogue people. Anyway, but yeah, Type 46 is actually just a denotation of a type of tower shield. So second sanctuary should be down here. And in case you were curious, this is how you kind of, well, one of these areas anyways, how you get back up there. Right. I thought I hit shoot on the way down, but apparently I was wrong. Nope. Yeah, never fire until they're gone. Also, these guys are terrifying. Also, please grab that thing, because they are going to absolutely wreck me here. The thing is, those guys will, essentially they target you, and as soon as they target you, you take damage. There's really not much avoiding it. Thankfully, they're very rare in terms of where they appear. Unfortunately, they're all over the shop in this place. Though, thankfully, yeah, this thing's pretty good at dealing with them. Please don't lock on. You guys are terrifying. I get the point. But yeah, so not all weapons will stun them, just so you know. Like, if you're having issues with those guys, not everything stuns them. Guns do a pretty good job of that, because their stagger is amazing. It's one of the many reasons that the Gunblade's actually really awesome. Well, That went well. Hello there, Pro Cow and Evan. How's it going? Good morning to you guys. Yeah, so that is one of the few times where they actually kind of go out of their way to screw you over. So yeah, not super great to just kind of drop off the face of the earth from screen transition. But what's funny is that there's actually a little bit of forgiveness on your jumps, so you can actually get out of that just fine in a lot of cases. In that case, I was deliberately not moving. So, like, if you're running forward, you'll catch the edge of that little platform. But if you're not, if you're trying to play it safe, then it'll ruin you. Alright, you get poisoned. So, by the way, guys, this is that gunblade I was talking about. Tell me this isn't exactly the friggin' FF8 one. How they legally got away with it is a question. But yeah, it's functionally an elemental shotgun. Like, to clarify, you can use it as a sword. It's actually really good at it, but, you know, you basically have 2 buttons for the sake of all your combos, so you are somewhat limited. Hello there, shortcut. You'll be incredibly useful once we turn you on way later. But yeah, so this place has like 8 floors, give or take, something like that. As you could tell by that gigantic elevator shaft that I fell down earlier. But yeah, there's multiple areas to it. Actually, honestly, this entire place is just friggin' huge. But thankfully, Gunblade sorts out so many problems. Wham! Problem solved, problem solved. Nice help you had there. Allow me to slowly walk away. Should point out, it only took, it seemed like it only took 1 dagger and 1 shotgun blast to actually do him in. So this is a shortcut that leads you back over here. Actually, wait, this isn't the shortcut, is it? Is this the cavern? This might be the cavern. No, this is the one back to Bandit Pass. So yeah, actually fought this guy earlier. This is pretty close to, what's it? Yeah, I can't actually use this torch at the same time. Dang it. I'm gonna have to actually pick up that charm I had earlier. Or that I was making fun of earlier. Unless I poison this guy. Alright, that's all my knives. Hopefully that'll be enough. There we go. Does it run to cooking? Kinda, sorta. You can just smack it a whole bunch. But yeah, there you go. I think it's 3 slashes and then that, and then they do like that stylish pose. I love it. This is definitely one of my favorite weapons in the game. Again, New Game Plus, I'm still using it. If you're wondering whether it holds up at all. But anyway, so this area, not terribly useful right now. But though it is absolutely amazing to be able to use a shotgun to take out bats. Through the darkness we go. And back to the Red Hall. Alright, now we're getting close to one of the minor stopping points here. So yeah, you get through that place, you get a little bit of extra. Going this way, a little bit of a better choice for the time being, though. Right, was it this place? I think it might be the area down there. One of these has a hidden room behind it. How about you just open the door? There we go. Hello, thingy, and there's the Vile Charm. So that gives you, basically that gives you, poison. So yeah, if you want to have poison shots off of lightning shots, that's the way to do it. I believe this actually just adds extra poison damage, so let's go ahead and see how that works out. Like, fire's worked out really good up to this point. But I'm kind of curious how effective Poison Shot plus Vile Charm is. Realistically, I've never tried it because there was no point. But in theory, their effects should stack. Yeah, well, you know, we'll try that out later. For now, I need this Imp and Charm so that I can set stuff on fire all good like. This jump has caused some salty losses before. Let's go that way. So there's this place, and then Tree of Man is down that way. Yeah, we definitely missed a thing here. Where's that shrine? There was a shrine or a sanctuary or something around here someplace. For reasons that should be fairly obvious, it's kind of easy to lose your way around here. Alright, let me try clearing this area out again. Yes, I know, I should be dodging those things, and I'm not. Should just be able to run through here all quick-like. Alright, Hangman's Rope, that's one of those faction upgrade items. Oh, son of a dick, I did it again! Now I remember what it is. Okay, that is the way to go. So, if you go past that area, and then you kind of clear that entire area, like, you do that jump, you clear that area, on the opposite side, that's where the other sanctuary is. Which, if that's Mountain Man, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And we're actually just going to run it this time, because I don't want to waste any more shots. Because these things are expensive. And get that guy out of the way. As well as that one. Or not, because apparently killing him does not get those scythes to disappear. So that's good. That's what I wanted. By the way, now that there's actually a few folks here, sound all good? Hi there, guy. Goodbye, guy. Let's get rid of that bat. Get rid of that guy's face. Somehow he survived. That's actually a first one. Firsts are not good in this case. Almost did it again. This is one of the very few cases of a double spawn of those guys, by the way. But if you go up here, this is the opening. This is the shortcut. So yeah, the shortcut opens up this whole area. You just basically go to the right instead of the left. God, I love the way that the shortcuts are designed in this. So yeah, this opens up the door, which then, yeah, just leads right out here again. So yeah, you basically got your Bloodborne shortcuts. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a mix of Bloodborne and DS1 shortcuts. I feel like more BB than other things, because there are some shortcuts that are legitimately kind of pointless, that are just kind of there for the sake of backtracking if you want it. Though I will say, unlike Bloodborne, there's definitely more stuff to backtrack for. Like, in that one, sure, you know, there's all kinds of your hidden NPCs and stuff to find, but, dude, there's quite a bit of stuff to backtrack for in this one if you want. Alright, so we haven't gotten the elevator yet, so let's go back this way. And yeah, if you decide to just run it, those guys are just out of aggro range that you normally don't need to attack them. It's just the one guy that can get you. But if you wanted to get the item, that's a completely different story. And yes, I know, I repeatedly hop between being good and utterly incompetent at this game pretty regularly. Don't even be surprised. I surprise myself with that pretty regularly, too. Alright, don't want to go that way. Do want to go this way. So yeah, the money folks that I'm looking for, they're going to be down this way someplace. So they're in the area with the giant wheels. So we're not there quite yet. But we'll get there. Yeah, very, very threatening. Should do that guy then. Where'd this guy go? Did he just background dressing? Might have just been background dressing. Anything on this wall? Yes, there's a door here. So there's a bit of a hidden area, not quite here, but there's going to be one later. It's actually also with those giant wheels I was talking about. Ooh, soldier poems, cool. I can go ahead and upgrade this for free then. Actually, I can upgrade this, and I can go ahead and upgrade the flintlock at the same time. So that would be quite nifty. Alright, here's this one, and I believe that is the first elevator on the opposite side of this that we can unlock. If I'm not mistaken anyway. And I probably am. Actually, no, this is the stairs. So these are the stairs that'll lead right back up to this shortcut again. But since I've already cleared it out, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. Even though, logically speaking, I should go back and just pick up more items. Specifically, more shot, but whatever, we'll come back to it. Instead, I'm going to waste them like a smart person. Alright, so we got those guys down there. We should have wheels coming up pretty soon. Alright, Endless Fangs. We're not going to be using anything that upgrades with Endless Fangs. Crap, it's one of those guys. I forgot they had them here. Yeah, the alien guys just like to remind you that they're here. And this guy, he'll actually wander off to the right to let you know that there's a trap here. So he's so helpful like that, you know? Now, typically, because of the weird timing on these ones, what I would advise is actually, like, you just put on a healing item and just let yourself get smacked by the first one. I know it seems weird, but as far as I've seen, if you end up trying to just run it and be tricky and everything, you can get trapped between all three of them and just die. So I personally just prefer that method. But, yeah, to each their own. I mean, it's absolutely possible to run it without any injuries whatsoever, of course, but oh well. That will unlock an area later. That was actually one of those weird shortcuts I didn't get, because at that point there's very little reason to actually go back to the Hall of Cages. I mean, there's extra factions here. It just kind of opens up the world if you don't want to fast travel, I guess. But it's there. Alright. So here are the money folks. Sort of. It's not quite as simple as it looks right now. That is to say, it's not as simple to get to as I was saying just now, rather. That makes a bit more sense. I mean, words that make sense don't make sense. What are we talking about? Visceral attacks are so satisfying. Man, screw these things. I've gotten screwed on so many runs, made it all the way down here, and then gotten eaten by one of those because they blend into the background. Alright. So, who wants platforming puzzles? Yay. So you get your steel set there. So this is the first wheel, just to kind of like... they basically say, okay, look, here's the wheel mechanic, just so you know, it's here. Go ahead and play around with your little hamster wheel like a good little player, and yeah, so you go ahead and mess around with your little hamster wheel. Then you go this way if you want an item. So we pick up that stuff. It's so satisfying when there's multiple things there. Alright. Stupid Ember Skulls, get away. That's probably the best feature of this thing right away. Barely even halfway upgraded, it can get rid of the Ember Skulls. Like, it can get rid of that problem right away. Don't have to be all fancy about it. What a sucky enemy! Like, okay, they're designed well enough for the purpose that they want to be in, I just mean they really suck to fight. Alright, is this wheel part 2? Oh, no, but that's about to burn name me. Which I kinda don't really care for. Right. Alright, and this is why I haven't put this away yet. Now, technically we could have run into these earlier. I think I even may have shown one of them earlier. But dude with a giant ball, kind of a bit of a problem. Nope, stop. There's that. Double wheels? Okay, so we're at double wheels now. There's a bunch of scary crap around here, because of course there is. I'm gonna hold off to try to get some decent timing on this. Alright. Don't mess up your jumps. That's not the one. Okay, that's the one right there. So if you can get through that door, that's how you're supposed to be able to get to them. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a thing to do. How did I even do this last time? Like, I somehow launched myself off of here, I think. I don't know. First things first, let me go deal with these guys, because they're going to be a bit of a problem. That. Turn on the elevator. make this place a little bit easier to traverse. Alright, there we go. This single switch solves so many problems. Alright, so we can't open that yet, because that's going to be, like, what was it? Haggers, I think? Let's get them out of the way. Starting to even run low on shots is the thing. Like, honestly, the best way to get to the money, folks, is if you've got the little dashing upgrade, because you can't really jump off of this. I forget exactly how I did it, because I think it was something like you gotta jump diagonally off one of those platforms, and then just kind of sort of launch your way into there, because you're not supposed to be able to get to them yet. Oh well. Oh well. Burnating peasants? Exactly. The Trogdor way is the only way. Burnating other peoples. Burn through villagers! Special villagers! I don't know what's special about those villages, but apparently burnated through them. Flame orbiters are awesome. And here's the shrine. Alright, so who's ready for one of the most crazy bosses in the game? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and farm these guys real quick. And probably die. But okay, so one of the most metal bosses is actually coming up next, so that's the Tree of Man. And yeah, I don't think I even have the resources to fight him right now. Yeah, I've got 33 shots in total, and not counting the crossbow. But yeah, if you ever need to farm these guys, you just go to this shrine and then just repeatedly parry this guy. Because you can just parry him over and over. He's always going to start with the same upward swing. Actually, come to think of it, I can parry now. Technically speaking, I don't, yeah, this is going to be weird. I can actually... Wait, how do I block now? I don't think I even have a control for... I don't think I even have a button for block right now. Okay, remap keys. Where's block? Wait. I mean, yes, it's already mapped to that. Of course it's mapped to that. Yeah, why am I not blocking? You can block and parry with this thing. That's strange. Do I? I'm quite confused right now. Because I know for a fact that you can block and parry with this thing. What the hell? Yeah, no, my block key is just not working. Why is my block key not working? Block key. Yes, that's what I'm... Why does my L1 not work? Man, there's some weird, bizarro technical issue every single time, I swear. Yeah, maybe I need to put some points into shields in order to be able to unlock blocking or some crap. Actually, I have no idea. Alright, now to die like crazy with this thing. Tell me this isn't metal as hell, by the way. No, no, use knives. What are you doing? You fool! Rip. Yeah, I was just hitting the wrong buttons there, to be completely honest. But yeah, it's literally a friggin' giant wicker man made of hanging zombie skeletons throwing Molotov cocktails. If that's not the most metal thing you've ever seen, I don't know what is. Yeah, I would block that if I could block. Alright. No. Right, so this is not what you want to be doing at all. What you want to do is actually go up here. And just kind of go up and down between the different platforms, but... all of that went completely wrong. For one thing, I didn't need to be chased by that bat into the arena. For another thing, I don't need to have so many items on my item bar. For another thing, I need to be actually targeting the right spots of them. So let's get rid of this, 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 and this, because none of those are actually going to be useful. Because yeah, you can't... grenades aren't really going to do very much against that thing. Alright. You absolute douchebag! Okay, what? He's not supposed to be able to follow me in here. Right. Yeah, that one I just accepted. So, I'm not gonna have enough shots to do this, so what I'm gonna do... Do I have a Warhorn? I don't have a Warhorn, so I just have to beat this guy. Or lose that 15k. Maybe we'll go for the or lose 15k option, or just win. Alright. Did I hit him? Excellent. Okay. So got it. So I can go take the elevator back up then, go grab a couple levels, go grab some better shots, and then come back to this. So the thing is, the blacksmith is always going to be your source for getting different kinds of ammunition and stuff like that, as well as the merchant, and kind of as it stands right now, my best bet, as far as all that goes, is really just to go back to the mountain folks. Because as good as this poison stuff is, it doesn't work against everything. The only downside is, yeah, I'd lose out on these knives. And I didn't need to do that. What am I doing? Didn't need to throw that second knife. Alright, let's do this again with a bit less failure if we could. done dying yet? Son of a... You know what? Hang on. 1 second, I just noticed that the friggin' cat just snuck in the kids' room, and they're trying to wake them up an hour early. 1 moment. Alright, I'm back. Dang little cat doing little cat stuff. But yeah, funny part is, despite this elevator putting us way back here, this isn't even slightly the most optimal way to get back. Oh well. So yeah, the shortcut's actually way faster, you can access a lot of different places. Oh well. Alright, 3 levels out of that. Before anything else though, go to this guide, and yeah, let's go. Let's go travel, go get us some upgrades. Who's got a blacksmith? You got a blacksmith. Everybody gets a blacksmith. I wish. Like, really the only downside, if I were to decide to kind of go that whole route of betraying these guys, is, yeah, obviously I'd lose out on all their perks and everything. Their loyalty thing would get started back at 1. And, yeah, all kinds of other goodies, like the fact that I'd have to go convert all these places. Also, hang on, gotta call them in. Alrighty, and I'm back. Sorry for the little pause there. Back to it. So, what are we up to here? So, let's go ahead and go back down here. Or do we want to go that way? Man, I kind of want to do both, but whatever. Let's go this way. I think Tree of Man's probably going to be easier to deal with. Because, yeah, go down here. I'm going to have at least a somewhat easier method of getting to Ronin, and then gonna go fight him, get access to the money folks, get me all kinds of good stuff from there. And yeah. Solid plan, 10 out of 10. Only got 100 shots, so I don't really want to waste them on this guy. Like, I was kind of tempted to use the flintlock for the sake of DPS, but, you know. Yeah, it's funny, some enemies will just repeatedly aggro here. Oh, nice. Fine. Fine, just go ahead and punch me to the other side of the room. Does surprisingly little damage, actually. And whoop. One of the few times you can actually properly jump on a platform. Because yeah, if at any point you jump off this platform, the game doesn't know what to do, and it launches you off of it. And yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you why the hell I can't block, unfortunately. Also, there's a treasure chest right there, and I want in on that action, so we're gonna go back and go for it. Alright, what do we got here? Just some shards and a mage. Double shotgun that guy. Oh, is this the hidden area I was talking? No, that can't be it just yet. Yeah, this guy not terribly useful for stealth, I'll tell you that much. So I swear there's nothing hidden down here, and just like puts a giant spotlight on him. Alright, so this is just the shortcut back to Sunken Keep. There's not really anything to get here. This is another one of those ones that's just kind of for the sake of revisiting an old area. Which, of course, I mean, they just give it as an extra, but it's just to show you that the entire thing is interconnected. You literally can just go from any place to any place, and yeah, by the very end of it, pretty much every area somehow accesses another one. It's pretty impressive how they did it. Like, it isn't even entirely just, like, all the zones are one big square, like, what was it? I think it was Axiom Verge that did a lot of that. But yeah, no, like, everything isn't even one just giant square. You literally have entire areas just going off and pretty much puzzle piecing together. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty darn solid. But I'll cover more on that once we actually get to it. For the time being, gotta go fight a friggin' tree that's on fire, filled with skeletons. Or no, I think I know how I did it. I think I got myself launched up there, now that I think about it. I wonder if I can pull that off again. Guys, teleporting moves, bull crap. Okay. Snack on a leaf. Go up here. Do the boss right this time. So what I need to see is if the individual sections can be poisoned. Because as you can see, it's not like he has a huge amount of health, but there's so much damage flying around that it's... I suppose it would help to use the Impin Ring, huh? Oh my god, go get a friggin' item that deliberately gets rid of this guy's only source of damage. Doesn't use it. Alright, golden stone, that gets rid of lightning. This gets rid of fire. Might be very useful in that area covered in fire. Just a little bit. You know, for that boss that does fire. So, yeah, if you jump over that guy, sometimes he won't do his upward slash, and sometimes you can just avoid a lot of stuff from him. Okay, yeah, the individual sections can be poisoned. So I can use knives on this guy. Looks like 3 knives per section. See, this is how friggin' Bed of Chaos should have been, which I feel is what this guy was meant to be. They're like, this is how you make Bed of Chaos and make it not suck. Oh, okay, it's actually only 2 knives to pull that off. Alright, so at this point it turns into his head. Now, unfortunately his head is a little bit hard to reach. As you can tell by the fact that I'm having a hard time reaching it, and the fact that I can't even heal. Okay, come on. Drop, 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 drop. I have zero idea why it keeps registering my attacks in the wrong direction. Yeah, this is more or less the strategy right here. Weapon. I'm gonna do the rest perfectly. God, I need to stop hitting the wrong buttons. That's the confusing part right now. Yeah. Anyway, no, it's very doable. It's very doable. I'm just doing it wrong. That's a little bit frustrating, because yeah, so I'm switching between all kinds of different weapons, which is kind of messing me up right now, because I'm looking at all these different options, like, okay, use knives, use healing, use, you know, try to not use sword. I hate that guy. Hate that guy. Why did it have to be a split right there? Alright, wait for that fire. Throw a couple knives out. Hopefully not get burned in the process. Come on, stop dying. Yeah, second phase, definitely a bit easier than the first in a weird turn of events. And just the doing damage to him becomes a lot harder. But for example, if you come here with something like maybe the Shrouded Bulwark, this fight is nothing. This guy just doesn't matter at all. And you can actually get Shrouded Bulwark well before this point. So that's basically the first boss's sword. It's kind of the equivalent of... Well, normally you'd use the Claymore. I don't want to say the equivalent of the DS1 Claymore. It's more of like... Okay, you know that weird ghost sword that was in DS2? It's kind of like that. I'm forgetting. Flame something greatsword. But it's the one that you got from what the hell was that DLC? I think it was like the 3rd DLC or something. But it's the one that kind of looked like the Dragon Slayer, but not really. Actually, come to think of it, maybe that's a better comparison. Even though they have one that, as per tradition, does look like the Dragon Slayer, so that's not exactly it. Alright, so he's going to take a second here. There's a lot to keep track of in this fight. first off, poison tests. Okay, cannot be poisoned. At least doesn't seem to be able to be. So crossbow can handle long range here pretty well. Stop trying to fire it with the right trigger, that's not the right item at all. Now I'm trying to heal and using... Whatever, my incompetence knows no end today. Attack, please. Bad RNG there. Expect him to go for a stomp. Yeah, better off not even aiming there, to be completely honest. Oh, bad timing. Hang on, one sec. Alright, there we go. You wanted to see some burnination? That guy definitely showed you some burnination. And naturally, the only way to properly end that fight is to walk straight off a cliff and frickin' die. You know, as you do. So yeah, that's the red hall cleared. What was it? I think you get the, what's it, the fire spear or whatever it was. Some kind of fire dealie that you get for beating that guy. Don't remember off the top of my head right now. I believe you can actually make one of the better casting stabs from him as well. But unfortunately, the map arena stays active, so... You know, you have that as a bit of a fun problem. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that immediately, like, fell off the map and died at the very end. Alright, so now we get Hager's. This area is pretty harsh. And that, yes, that's coming off that last place, too. So you get basically invincible skeletons that like to reassemble themselves. You've got a bunch of that kind of stuff, a bunch of things that are kind of difficult to run past. Yeah, they basically try to sneak attack you exclusively. They're probably walking in here right now. Alright. So we got Trickster Band, that increases Dex. That's going to be pretty good for damage. In fact, probably going to use that. And there we go. Get that extra damage going there. Do I have arcane defense? Yeah, I should. Yeah, there we go. I believe there's a good bit of arcane around here. And yeah, I just remembered that there's actually 3 level ups I never bothered to use earlier. Brilliant, brilliant. I'm gonna send those this way. Gonna try to go get this thing. Unlock some spears along the way. Not that we're really ever gonna use them, but hey, whatever. The spears are actually really good in this, but I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna put down everything I have an extra of. Not a blacksmith. I want to save that for later. Whatever. Yes, Still no idea why I'm unable to block with this thing. Alright. Get all the shot. Get a couple levels, and then we can move on here. So the actual boss of this area is one where, I kid you not, I've actually missed them 2 separate times. So I was going through on multiple occasions, like, I'm sure I missed something back here, and then, yeah, both times. Completely whiffed on finding the boss. And turns out, yeah, he's a little bit of a weird one to get to. Alright, let's get that up. Let's go to skills. And then let's get a couple steps closer to having one more healing item. It's not even close to the closest one. I mean, we're basically getting a bunch of stats I don't plan to use, but, you know, it's not like they harm anything. So there's that. So to get to the Ronin guy, it's actually a path up here someplace. Alright, so we're kind of at the point where we're gonna start needing one of the traversal things from before. But I'm just gonna go on the usual item collecting run. There we go. That just gets him out of the way, he doesn't actually die. Stupid Skeletors. Alright, hidden little path up here. Get you another item. Flame Guardian, don't really need it. Yeah, by the way, them things, terrifying. So Pale Witch, yeah, they're rough times. Like, I will say, especially for casters, they seem to be a massive problem. So I had a run I was doing a while ago that was using most of the challenges, so it was a hardcore mode, plus no blocking, plus caster only, plus, what was it? There's something else too. I think it was no healing. Something like that. And look at this Mega Man stuff right here. No, let me up! And yeah, all that does is get you a mage. I think it was right here. Yes, that's the drop. So yeah, this is the drop that you need in order to get to this boss here, but... You can run up and open the chest, but not survive that. Like I said, this area gets a little bit harsh. Even in kind of, like, once you're in endgame status and stuff like that, it's still gonna be pretty harsh around here. And this is actually why a lot of areas intersect with this one. Alright, haven't used my uppercut in a while. So let's go ahead and switch over to that. Nope, come to think of it, I don't know if they take fall damage. It's probably something worth testing. There we got a brief moment. Not quite brief enough. Expect to see a lot of dying in this section, so I'm trying to go over and get the chest. I believe it's, hang on. It's the kind of Roman-looking set, if I recall. And I'm just doing it for the sake of getting it. There is a boss if you take the upper route there, but we need a key, which is gotten from one of the other drops. We'll get there. Goodbye. Goodbye. I mean, they take that kind of fall damage. So it looks like we can negate the fall damage just by grabbing that ledge. Grab that. Yeah, that's the Palatine set. Never mind. Those guys are the worst. Oh well. See, I say they're the worst. They're not actually the worst. We'll see the worst later. Like, you remember those alien guys? Yeah, there's a worse version of those guys. Those are the actual worst. Poach, poach. Not what I meant to do, but okay then. The path that I'm looking for right now is actually if you jump to the left off of that spot in particular. Believe it or not, I actually figured out ways to get through this area, just kind of more or less face planning through it my first few times, because I couldn't actually figure out the correct route to go. So I just kept repeatedly just doing all kinds of weird strategies that don't seem like they should even work. And yeah, that was not one of them, but I didn't expect to get attacked by that bat, so it is what it is. Actually, if there was an option to just kind of accept the fact that you lost all of your stuff and never drop a salty bat on death, I would absolutely wear that all the time, because honestly, in a lot of cases, I'd much rather just lose them than actually friggin' fight those bats. I hate those bats so much. Please, stop! And yes, I know, I'm launching myself off, I just don't want to waste bullets, but I guess I'm gonna have to. This poor guy keeps dragging me over. It's like, please, stop dying. Don't understand what your problem is. How do you die this often? Well, because I'm not being terribly careful, that's why. Dick. That's what I get. That's what I get. For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure it's at least somewhat amusing to watch this utter incompetence unfold. You know, despite the fact that very clearly I have knives that could be solving this problem without any sort of issues, whatever. Fine, I'll use them or whatever. I mean, they're skeletons, they can't get poisoned, but they can take 2 damage at a time. And they can get knocked off. And then just rematerialize somewhere else. Oh, crap, no, didn't mean to do that. I thought I had my crossbow on. I did not have my crossbow on. I don't even really remember what I'm humming. Alright. Screw all y'all. That's not the key I was looking for. The way that you get the key here is you basically you clear out the area, and then you go upside down, and then you kind of explore everything upside down. So it's a cool little thing. Just with all of the other purple in the area, I completely missed the fact that there was that giant purple glowing thing that says, hey, it's time to go upside down. There we go, now I have my crossbow. Flame arrows, got this thing. Yeah, there's the golden stone. That's basically lightning to all of your attacks. And we got this little path down here, which takes you back into the Red Hall, although, if I recall correctly... Oh, no, I remember what this is. Yeah, this is where you get a few extra upgrade items. Oh, this is good. I want this. No, actually, this is a boss arena. It's the other one I want to go to. But first, death. First, there's some gravity to experience, and you know what? I think I experienced it pretty well. Sometimes gravity is just best experienced with your face. And or entire body. You never know. Alright, so we go down here, go down here. It's a little kind of semi-hidden kind of route here. So you take this, you get a free amber idol if you need it. Deal with that guy, because of course... Oh. Right. If I could not die, that'd be great. Yeah, you know what? I've never gotten split drops twice in a row like that. Anyway, so there's the door that you need to open. So you go down here, go through stuff, you fight you a boss. Which happens to be a friggin' gigantor set of spiders. And apparently taking a cue from Resident Evil, 2 shotgun shots will do them in. And there's the cellar key, and then this thing lets you go back up there. I don't think these spiders drop anything, but I could be wrong. Presumably they drop an antidote or something along those lines. Anyway, let me go right back up here. Go open us a door. Don't know what kind of weird cellar this is, but we got a door for it, or a key for it. Okay, get a war horn. Go get this thing, and then there's a dude over here doing dude stuff. Symbol of affluence, that's the one that gives you more money, I believe. Yeah, increases gold find rate, so we'll use that later. Then you go over here, and then you go over this way. And then there's stuff here. Like a gray pearl, which I'll use for pretty darn sure. And then you get this guy. It's a minty skull. He's pretty handy. Wants to be called Mints? Whatever. Sure, or Harvester, whatever. So we need a Red Lord's Ear. Okay. Simple enough. Forgot about that part. They're very easy to get. So those guys with the hooks that were in the last area, that's actually what you need in order to get that guy to be on your team. Apparently, that trap re-triggers on the way back. Hang on one quick second here. Yeah, let me go ahead and drop this little guy at the sanctuary. Actually, no. We can just run over here. No, because there isn't one of those that spawns right here. What we need is that shrine. So yeah, let me go drop him at the shrine real quick, and then yeah, I gotta go check on something. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna die. You know, that works too. Be right back. And back to it. Okay. So, first off, quick little inquiry here. Is there anything... Okay, yeah, we can't just... Okay, didn't mean to do that. We can't just go ahead and drop right here. So that'll take us back to this area. Also, it helps to actually, you know, actually hit the platform I'm trying to hit. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go back to that shrine area. Because I can just use a calling horn to come back here. Okay, what is going on here? Why is he not grabbing that ledge? That's not great. Oh well. So yeah, I'm trying to go back to that shrine area anyway. I think what I'm going to do instead is just use a guide to go back to the upper part of it, because screw it, that ledge doesn't seem to want to work right now. I'm pretty sure I'm missing it just slightly, but whatever. Okay, guide already exists, fine. Okay, Mr. Guide, tell you what, I want to travel. And in fact, you know what, let's go to the dome. Because as much as I want to go get one of them Lord ADLAs, I also really want to go fight this thing. I've gotten a few upgrades, you know, gotten a little bit stronger, gotten a slightly better weapon and all that kind of thing. I feel it's about time to go have a rematch with this annoying chicken monstrosity. Because last time, I already got close several times, but it wasn't quite enough. Stupid ghosts. Making me waste my friggin' fruity pebbles shooting out of this thing. How exactly you get that giant friggin' shotgun blast out of those little pebbles, I don't know. I think we're not supposed to question it. Do I want to use the... You know, actually, this is one of the times that the Warhorn's really good. Warp. I don't want to use that just yet. By the way, you may notice his hitbox is a little bit weird sometimes, and that you can actually get launched even when it doesn't seem like you should be able to. So you may end up rolling and kind of just getting launched upwards. Not to mention, I think part of it is actually just because his arm is technically a different entity or something like that. It would possibly explain certain things like the fact that, well, that there's so much of a delay on the fact that he hits the ground, and there's kind of a long time when that can hurt you. Right. Got the ghost dodge. Need to get used to doing that again. So yeah, I figured out the ghost dodge there a little while ago because when I was doing the level 1 run, as you can imagine, you have to dodge this guy quite a bit. That was a couple years ago, so a little bit rusty. All right, almost phase 2. Yeah, now we're in phase 2. Yeah, this guy actually made me think of Bloodborne quite a bit the very first time I played it. Which is funny, because I hadn't played Bloodborne by that point, but I'd seen a lot of it, and I was like, man, this looks like a freaking Bloodborne boss right here. And that was largely just because that 2-hit combo. Bad dodge, bad dodge. Too much stuff to dodge, too much stuff. Nope, move, move. Need range. Yeah, I think he's got this one. It's fine, it's fine. Looks like an undead cockatrice from Tio. Very well could be. I think... I'm not 100% sure, but I think this guy is meant to be like a Middle Eastern folk legend of some kind. Because we literally have the entire place taking place, like, well, I think it was... No, Ziggurat of Dust is later, isn't it? Yeah, Dome of the Forgotten. So this thing's basically like a giant temple or whatever. Everything's looking pretty Middle Eastern. That thing looks very Middle Eastern, so I don't know. Anyway, so increases reach. That's kind of been useful, but I wanna go test how lightning does against this guy. Because yeah, Gunblade does pretty okay damage for the first part of it, but the second one you just really want range. And one more thing I forgot to do is equip some fire pots. I feel like that would have actually sorted out the problem last time. Maybe even some dragon teeth. Both of them are pretty good. As Wraith Fangs, as good as they are for a lot of things, this thing can't get poisoned because it does poison. And if you were curious, yes, getting hit by that Scorpion Tail attack does poison you. Alright, we got one ghost following. Hopefully can get out of its aggro range. By the way, this isn't even like the craziest combo boss by a long shot. Yeah, you know what? These do pretty okay damage. And I could be wrong, but I think that lightning's doing a bit more damage to him. Despite the fact that, yeah, he's shooting lightning. How did that hit me exactly? Whatever. Lightning shotgun! Yeah, I think it does like 2 more damage, but whatever. It's damage. It's useful. Wonder what the odds are of getting Rakes to put this thing into one vision. I feel like third Lamb is the guardian of one of the temples. Get some unique fist weapon that's just his giant claw on somebody. Right. Yeah, now having actually almost beaten Bloodborne, I will say that, yeah, no, this game definitely feels quite a bit like it. Alright. Especially with the multiple boss phases, especially with the way that the combos work. Oh, man. Forgot about that. He's really hard to get past in this section. Yeah, and once his combos get going, like, this is just ridiculous. Dang it, he's attacking me from 2 attacks ago right now. He's doing that much. And that's kind of why you want range for the second part. Ah, dang it. That's fine. That's fine. It's doable. Needless to say, this guy actually isn't that much easier once you actually get a melee weapon. Like, honestly, best thing that I found on spears, like, do I have one on hand? I don't have one on hand, but the square triangle combo on that thing, it's like a 5-hit combo. That does wonders, like, especially if you get a buff on it, it'll do pretty amazing damage there, but unfortunately, yeah, there's only so much you can do. Anyway, actually, I didn't need to get rid of that pot. Why did I do that? There we go. Fire pots. Actually, pitch fire might be pretty good. Anyway, stained pages, yeah, they're used as a arcane buff and also used for eliminating sanctuaries and redoing them to whatever you want them to be. That's, I can't really say helpful, but it's a thing that occurred. Okay. Couldn't switch weapons in time. Again, a little bit of a harder boss run for this guy, on top of everything else. A little bit more technical than usual. But it's alright. But it's alright. Yeah, that did some. Let's see. If we just do regular add damage, I wonder how it's going to do against this guy. Because I think last time I wasn't using poison. There would have been no reason to use poison. I think I was using fire before. Why are you ghosts so fast? Why do you gotta be all incorporeal and crap? Yeah, now he's finally running away. We have 75 shots left. If it's gonna be like that, then I'm probably gonna go back to Hager's. Go exploring a little bit more. I might be able to pull it off at 75, though. I have to clarify, by the way, it's not necessarily that I need a full 75 shots in order to actually beat the guy. Oh yeah, wow, that's way better. Didn't fire on time. Staying just out of his range. Stupid chicken monstrosity. Should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming. That's fine. That's fine. As you can see, this is very doable. I just gotta suck less. Wrapped Link. I might replace this with the anti... I think I have an anti-lightning ring, don't I? Let's see, defense to fire... Iron Sky, Willpower. Do I seriously not have it? Oh wait, here we go. Increases defense to lightning. Yeah, that increases that. That increases rolling speed. That increases our... Yeah, whatever. Let's do lightning defense. How I haven't done that yet is anyone's guess. And this may seem like a weird comparison to make, but actually there's one thing that I like about the defense system in this that I actually appreciate a little bit more than the way Bloodborne handled it. So obviously the way they handled it there is just you never upgrade your armor, but you gain access to almost all sets just kind of naturally throughout the game, and then pretty much whatever you need defense to, you can go ahead and stack your defense for it, or you can go, hard mode and just kind of leave it as it is. Oh crap. Get out of here, ghosts. Friggin' elevator betrayed me. It's friggin' Brad the elevator. No, don't go! There's ghosts everywhere. It's a bit scarier than zombies. Alright. So we got to stay in the page here, but yeah, no, the way that they did armor in this is that, yeah, each thing obviously is still kind of similar thing, where they're all defensive against one particular thing, and you gain, you gain access to them over time. You can specialize in whatever you want to specialize in. However, if you want to, you can very easily just ignore all of that, and the rings will usually give you enough resistance to something to be noticeable. So, either way, I mean, obviously to each their own, but I just personally really like that. Just a personal preference. My evil lightning shotgun. I guess it's technically arcane, so it's my Cthulhu lightning shotgun with a sword on it. The sword's decorative, though. But you can tell even from the way that the animation plays and everything that this is, like... They technically just pulled the hammer back, but you can tell, like, their idea behind this was just, yeah, this is totally a shotgun. Because it's got a way slower firing rate than any other gun in the game. It's got all these little bonuses you can attach to it. There's different ammo types and everything. It's great. Fires in the spread, though the spread, despite actually triggering the spread, like you can hit something with just the edge of it and it'll still do the same damage. But the interesting part is that, yeah, you can... didn't quite dodge that. Is that, yeah, it'll never actually hit multiple things at once. Right. Burn, bastard! I know this is a weird thing to remind me of, but this thing makes me think of one of the, they're not quite bosses, they're like kind of mid-boss type things from Wasteland 2. They're these giant spider things that just like shoot lightning everywhere. And at the time, they're just barely introducing the energy weapon mechanic, which is just like the higher your armor, the more damage they do. So you've got maybe one weapon that was meant to hunt mushrooms, I kid you not, it's kind of a long story. Don't do a follow-up. Come on, stop following up on all that. Right. Didn't dodge on time. I'm 2 areas away from betraying these guys and going over the mountain people. And then, if I can get to them, the money people. Because yeah, poison is not doing it anymore. As much as I love the throwing knives and the fact that they're free and that they can handle so many random enemies and the fact that I mean, they'll remain useful. Stuff will become more vulnerable to poison later down the line. Just, yeah. As far as raw damage goes, they're definitely the weakest. 41 shots, so this is likely going to be my last attempt at this boss that I can do for now before moving on to other areas. So let's see what happens. Do I have any other items to replace these with? Yeah, we've got some light vessels. That'll do pretty good here. Got regular throwing knives. Yeah, we can go chuck some potatoes. That'll do it. Pitch fire. You know what? That could be really good. There we go. Lightning fire shotgun. It's about the same. What does this do? Not as much as you'd think. Yeah, another thing I should probably note, those shock stones that I was talking about, that the stone, I think it's the stone smiths or mountain smiths, whatever they are, whatever they get, it lasts like twice as long as these other buffs. Come on. Yes! Suck it! Oh man, that's so satisfying. That's some good crap right there. Man, I love this game. Alright, now to immediately fall off the ledge and lose all those gains. So yeah, halberd check. Like, oh man, I just like the weather up here. So yeah, hard light is what you end up getting at this point. So you set your hand on fire, and yeah, now you can do this. You're like, pew! And then yeah, you can go and make it all hard. So you go over here, and then there's that treasure chest that you probably already picked up by this point. But it's there, you know? But I'm also not going to go that way, because that is basically guaranteed death, so let's go ahead and use one of these. Ding. I love that this doesn't take you to the front menu anymore. Buy items. Yeah, let's get all the flintlock shot. And then get ready to betray the hell out of these guys. So yeah, I never have to buy these again. I could get tainted shot, but again, I can just put the poison effect on my thing and just get lightning shot. It's the same price, so there's not really much of a reason to do so. Right, get a couple levels. And we actually have a gray one, so we can get rid of some endurance. Don't necessarily need that. Get more dex. Get more dex. Did I mention there's dex? Because we can get more dex. Probably should have taken the other route. It's a little bit shorter. In fact, this doesn't even... I took the completely wrong route. Oh well. Guess one strength, and we can't use that, so whatever, one more dex. Upping that attack just a little bit farther. Alright, Mr. Dude Guy. Okay, we got Split Swordsman, Cord Sorcerers, which we do have access to, but there's really no reason to look at this. Because realistically speaking, yeah, there's no reason to top this anymore. I can get more healing items, but that's all I really want from them. Like, 50 throwing knives is pretty much more than I'll ever need for most things. Not to mention Dragon Teeth seem to just do a better job. Plus, they'll become negligibly inexpensive pretty soon. Or their price will become negligible. There we go. Maybe if I do enough of these, it'll be like one of these cases where people go do a bunch of challenge runs. They're like, oh man, freaking chicken got beaten with just potatoes. Here's like $1. That might be an idea. Speaking of, yeah, that actually totally might be a run. If I can figure out a way to make it work, like there's a way to, let's say, gain access to the money folks really, really early and just get infinite potatoes or something, I totally would do a potato-only run. But yeah. If you don't know, they do 2 damage to everything. It's not very useful, as you may imagine. I don't want to fight these guys, but I do want to go towards... not that thing, actually, because that's not a shortcut. This does more damage now! Potato. Ow. No. No. Now, this may be technically a detriment rather than a feature, but I personally really, really like that these things don't drop bolts. That they actually don't drop their ammunition, because it gets, like, it kind of gets your hopes up, you know? You're looking around, it's like, yeah, you know, this thing just had a drop. I totally got that thing I was looking for, and then it's like, no, it dropped bolts. Get ready for extreme disappointment. Anyway, though, now that we have hard light, what can we do? Technically opens up a lot of areas. We can get to a few easier areas of Hagers. Yeah, there's the Red Lord. Alright, 3 shots do him in. Yeah, they don't even take 1 shot anymore. But the nice part is, despite the fact that this has a little bit of a route to get to it, at least there's a quick reset point right here. Like, honestly, under a normal run, nobody would ever go grinding for all these very specific things, but I want access to some of those guys' items. So, the guy that I was looking at earlier, he has access to some of the more limited upgrade items. Honestly, I don't even know if I need him, but he's there, and it's something that can be done. Still not dropping your stuff? Fine. Alright, so we get hard light. That just lets you get back up here. I'm just testing real quick if there's maybe something else that could be useful for. Oh, no, this is it! This is totally it. I was looking at the completely wrong place. Yeah, goodbye, poison stuff. Hello, Splendor! These guys are amazing, by the way. Let's put a guide here, because I'm going to be coming back over and over. Put a mage here, and put a merchant here. Oh, merchant already exists. How about a blacksmith? Excellent. I was going to use that for later, but screw it. These guys all wear golden masks. Also, I probably wanted to put a leader. In which case... let's go ahead and use you real quick. Watching Woods. You're nice. You have a blacksmith. How would you like to embrace the ways of cold hard cash? Is that a very yes? Hell yeah, it's a very yes. Welcome to Cash Town. Population you. So now we have a leader. Wait, do we? Is this even the right one? No, it isn't. I just converted the completely wrong one. Who does have a leader then? Don't they have a leader? Yes. Does Hager's have a leader? No. Is there any place I'm actually going to visit more often? Not really. Whatever. Let's just go to the Dome and convert that leader then. Yeah, I only have so many of these. Alright. The weird part is, yeah, their healing item partially poisons you. So if you end up healing a whole bunch, you just die. Because it's wine. Alright. Good, we even got some of their upgrades. What's that? Golden wine? I'm sorry, is that a very yes? Hell yeah, it's a very yes. And then cleansing cloth. So yeah, rub it to remove status ailments. So you basically have a cure-all. And you have this. Improve your defense, attack, and gold find rate. But then, yeah, you get poisoned. Or this, too. You end up getting poisoned. So... you know what? Heal-all is not bad, but golden wine is just too good. Drowned soldier, skull bats. Yeah, we're gonna get more skull bats. We're gonna get all this stuff. All of their stuff is pretty easy to get, so... useful, useful, useful. I think the back sword is only available through them, but I could be wrong on that. Get the Mask of Splendor. That's actually really good. You know what? I kind of want to use that thing. So whatever, once we have more cash. Unfortunately, everything they have is pretty expensive, but they give you a massive boost in your income. So yeah, flintlock shot. I think they get bolt shot. I'm not sure, but you can get idols and leaves from them right away. Either way, it's pretty freaking amazing. So yeah, let's get rid of this and this. Throw one more level on there, and there's actually a boss right here as well. Give me that dex. I want that dex. I like that dex. I need that dex. Thank you. Alright. This isn't where I thought it was. It's the other one. Wait, no, I'm in the completely wrong spot. That's probably why. It helps to be in the correct location if you want to be in the location that you want to be at. Yeah, those were words. Well, in that case, if I don't have any calling horns... Oh yeah, I forgot there's another hidden area over here, so... Alright. This is a weird one, because technically speaking, you can sequence break this. You're supposed to come back here once you have the double jump, but if you have a spear, you can actually use the jumping attack to get to this. I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can use that too, here. Yeah, but yeah, you can get yourself dead real quick, like... As you can see, you've got alcohol toxicity. Like, it's kind of weird that, for somebody that never drinks, my favorite faction is the one that's, like, entirely money and booze. Anyway, yeah, whatever. We're just gonna save that for later. It's another pretty difficult boss, as well as a few unique items that are up there. There's nothing that we really need for this run, though. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. You can get one of the better spears up there. You can actually get yourself up to as soon as you get up to the Sky Castle there, you can pretty much max your level if you want. Well, actually, there's no level cap, I don't think, or at least it's somewhere in the hundreds. Like at this point, even my New Game Plus run is well over level 100 plus. How did I just do that? No idea. Anyway, these guys pissed? No. Alright, let's go to the pass here. Let's fight this guy. He's a pretty cool boss, and I can show off how good this golden wine is. Or I can't get there yet because of that. So yeah, that thing's in the way. Need one more thing to be able to get past that. Alright. Well, I mean, if that's going to be the case, we're just going to go this way. What do I want to do? Let's go get a guide. Let's go back to that one place and try to expunge it. Oh, hello, child. Well, it sounds like it's time to wake up. So, alright. See you next time, then.